This year, I made it halfway to being a six-figure business owner, you be. My business is a learning business. I help people learn how to make content and monetize. There is an amazing market that is opening up for creators right now, and the benefit is that it's not that time-consuming. Not a lot of creators are doing this at all, and businesses are starting to become very hungry for this. And it's called local UGC. You would approach a local business that is kind of struggling on social media and offer to grow their social media for them, offer to post content for them, offer to take pictures for their website, etc., and do it all on a monthly retainer of $2,000 to $3,000. If you can land 4 to 5 local clients, that's going to be around 6 figures a year. One of the best clients for this is going to be realtors. They always need new pictures of the houses. They want people to know who they are, so they might be willing to post on social media, and they actually have the money to pay you. Dentists may be a great place to look for this too. They need new clients a lot of the time, and they're willing to spend money on marketing. It'll be important that you just don't offer organic content as I'll make videos for you, but offer it as a marketing campaign. So this might include setting up a Facebook group to send all the traffic to, maybe setting up some email flows. The most important thing is going to be to create content at first for clients you are very, very confident will go viral. And then once you have that as a case study, maybe they have 1 million or 500,000 followers, they're recommending you to their friends. You can book your calendar entirely out as a full-time content creator, or you could take the case study, put it on your resume, and go apply to work at a corporation like Red Bull. Brick and mortar businesses are still relying on old-fashioned ways of marketing, but most of the population right now is spending tons of time watching content. So there's a massive gap in the market right now, and if you can be one of the first creators to start capitalizing on it, you can turn this into a career for the rest of your life. If you know what you need to do, but for some reason you just can't do it, you're not alone. Every entrepreneur has this issue. And so I'm going to show you exactly how to stop procrastinating and just do the stuff that's aching at the back of your mind. This will help you, especially if you find yourself procrastinating and then getting more anxiety and then pausing and not doing the thing because you're even more worried. If you understand why you're doing this, in the future, you won't be alone. You'll know exactly what to do to kick yourself out into gear and start moving. You may have heard of all the David Goggins advice, the just do it stuff, but you have ADHD. It's a win when you even get out of bed. You're barely hanging together, and scrolling here is the only place for you to find comfort. So we need something that will work for everyone and not just normal people. I'm not a doctor, I'm not licensed, but if you understand the words that I'm saying, this will work for you. And you'll need to bear with me because the first thing we need to understand is exactly how we navigate the world. And we navigate the world not by looking at things as objects and understanding what they mean in our mind. We navigate the world by establishing a destination and then determining what's an obstacle, what's something that will help me, a tool, and what's an irrelevant object. In fact, when they were trying to get robots to understand the world and map it out the way we do, they could not get the robots to work without assigning every single item in the room a function. And so we have to separate the book entity, which is a square thing 12 by 6 inches, full of pages. We have to separate that entity from the actual function, which the function of the book is you open it, you read it, you learn. So to recap, we understand the world with aim, obstacles, irrelevant objects, and tool. Now there's a really important thing you need to understand about obstacles. The highest, most dangerous obstacles can kill you. Being hungry can kill you. Encountering a homeless guy in the street, depending on the context, it can kill you. And so your mind recognizes that. But on the other end, obstacles do not become less dangerous. You just become more capable. And so something that would hurt you as a baby does not hurt you now, and so you don't classify it in your mind as an obstacle. But every time you listen to your mind tell you not to do something, you are reinforcing that behavior of, if it's an obstacle, do not interact. And so not talking to a stranger can become not talking to family, because I can't predict what they'll say, can become not talking to anyone and just sitting inside of my room and watching TikTok. So what we need to understand is your mind is trying to keep you alive. So when you notice you're procrastinating or doing something, you have to look at that and say, thank you, mind, for keeping me alive. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge the dangers of that thing. I don't want to do my homework because I don't know how much homework I've missed. I don't even know the subject material. It's a massive dragon. I don't know how to kill this thing. And so if you write out all the things your mind is actively telling you not to do and all the reasons why it's telling you to engage, then you are actually equipped to work. And to work, you are not going to just get your homework done to get it done. You are going to get your homework done to understand what is valuable about getting homework done. You are going to act in order to understand exactly what is dangerous about the dangerous things and what is beneficial about the dangerous things. And when you do your homework, you might find out, oh shoot, that wasn't actually hard and I didn't actually not know that much, but I learned how to do this, or I learned this thing about myself, or I learned this truth about myself, truth about the world that I can use to go do more stuff. So every time you find yourself procrastinating, look at the thing you don't want to do as a dragon to defeat. List all the risk of attacking the dragon, like the fiery breath, the talon, and tell yourself, I'm going to learn how to kill dragons. I'm going to defeat this dragon. And the really cool thing about dragons is if you notice them, sometimes they just go away completely. So if you look at yourself not being able to put your toothbrush away and say, me not being able to put my toothbrush away is a dragon, and I'm afraid of it because of this, this, and this. Sometimes it can just totally vanish, and you find yourself not having any problem putting your toothbrush away or getting your homework done or whatever the heck it is you need to do. Follow me. Here's 3 app settings that will help you make content in half the time. I use these settings all the time and they save me so much effort. Number 3 has got to be CapCut's transcript-based editing. It automatically transcribes your audio into text, and you can use this text to edit your video and cut out the spaces, cut out the repeats and mistakes without having to play the video and search for where the cuts are supposed to be every single time. Number 2 is Notion. It saves so much time having all your work organized by date. I can see all of my past video scripts, projects, all the work that I've done. It's fantastic. And number 1 is ChatGPT's speech-to-text function. I'm not talking about the voice function where you're on the phone with ChatGPT. That one's too slow and you have to wait for it to respond. I'm talking about specifically the speech-to-text option. It's this little button right here. The speech-to-text analysis is so much better than Apple's native speech-to-text analysis. So I hit this microphone, I'll rant for 2 minutes, and then I'll ask it to summarize what I just told it. This helps me write scripts so much faster, actually solve problems, and just think faster in general. I'm going to be posting more content tips to help you build an audience in 2025, so go ahead and drop a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. You want to post a video on social media, but you don't know what to post, so I'm going to tell you exactly what to post. You might be thinking, is this even for me? It's on your For You page. This is for you. This video popped up for a reason, so just listen to what I'm about to tell you. Content can take 6 hours, 7 hours, but for you, it's going to take exactly 10 minutes a day, and this is what you're going to do. If you need to block all your family and friends or create a new account that's unlinked to your social media phone number, it'll only take you a couple minutes. You're going to come to Creator Search Insights. Listen. This is a reverse strategy. You're going to ask yourself, what is the most diabolical, funny thing I could say about inspiration and motivation? About rich people Christmas hauls. I could have a field day with that. You're gonna whip your phone out. I have a light in front of me. Just take the shade off of your lamp. It'll work. You're gonna rip out a video. You're gonna post it. You're gonna make a slightly better one and save it to your drafts. But Levi, the content optimization. I wanted to create content for my business. I wanted to create content for that. Listen, any content is better than no content. Currently, you are scoring zeros every single day. I want for you to score like 70. People are interested in this stuff. You can make it sound funny. You can give them a taste of your personality. And once you start getting brand deals because you know how to make content, you'll start making money. And then you can start your personal brand because you actually know how to make content. If you want to learn more about content, follow me, or else I'll drift away into the aether and you'll never see me again. Here's 3 books every creator should read. These books have helped me immensely. Psycho Cybernetics. This book is absolutely fantastic for helping you reprogram your subconscious. If you find yourself procrastinating or self-sabotaging, this book helps us understand why that sort of stuff happens, and it helps you actually define the type of life you want to live, and then get you to actually thinking that that's the norm so you can actually do the things that you know you need to do. One of the most satisfying books to read. I highly recommend it. The next book is going to be Start With Why by Simon Sinek. This is fantastic to help you figure out what path you want to take, where you want to go, but most importantly, why. There's a crap ton of how-to information on the internet. There's not a lot of information that helps us figure out